and gentlemen, from the city of New York, once again we have ATANG Maca. You already made weight and everything.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Yeah, no, I feel good now. I've rehydrated, refueled. I feel on top of the world.
Hey, I can see you be chilling right now with your crew, your family members, friends and family. How you feel that all of them, they come in to support you?
Like, it means so much to me. All my friends, my family, they're all coming all the way from UK, obviously, from Albania to support it. It means so much to me.
Awesome, man. Hey, tomorrow getting ready to put fireworks, and I'm pretty sure no one is gonna miss your fight, because hey, from the very
they don't want to miss it.
From the very bottom to the top, I think it's gonna be very awesome. But we have Moana that eventually he's in one of the heavyweights, and we don't want to miss neither the fight. And of course, the main event. Talking about heavyweights, we just saw he posed that I don't know how much time Anthony Joshua can be fighting. I like to see Anthony Joshua going against maybe another give it the opportunity to fight.
No,
again.
I'd love to see Anthony Joshua out again. His last time out, it wasn't great to see. Everyone loves AJ. There's bad comments about him. There's love about him, but he brung British boxing back, and he brung it up. And it'd be great to see him in a few more fights, a few more big fights as well. And I do think he has got a few more big nights in him.
Hey, so interesting that you mentioned big, Anthony Joshua. I always said it, Anthony. Every time that a fighter, will face Anthony Joshua, incredible atmosphere in the UK, because he filled it up, the stadiums and everything.
People love him.
So that's one thing that I love it from the UK fans, that they're so crazy in order to support, boxing. If they support soccer, imagine they support, boxing. So. Huge shout out for the UK fans over there too as well.
And talking about heavyweight boxing, I just want to give my main shout out to Leo ATANG, just signed with Matchroom, debut on July the 5th, Jack Catchell Harlem Eubank card. He's going to be the best heavyweight the world has ever seen. Oh
wow, that's pretty interesting, and thank you for mentioning him. And eventually, I always said heavyweight division coming strong. And I always said
it's coming strong, but he's bringing the strength.
Oh wow, that's pretty much interesting. We're gonna see eventually the next fights that he will have in his career. And talking about fights, my question is, like, if Deontay Wilder comes back, because I hear that he's coming back again to fight. I forgot right now the name, to be honest.
Dave Allen.
There you go. You got it better than me right now. There's so much thing in my mind, but I'm pretty sure you are very right now more clear. And thank you for reminding me. And would it be for you such a good thing to see happening? Maybe right now, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, or you would like to see?
Yeah, look, that would be a great fight. But Dave Allen, Deontay Wilder, I'd like to see Dave Allen have one more before he gets in with Deontay Wilder, just as a homecoming in Sheffield, like sort of his area. And but a great fight would be AJ and Wilder. The public have wanted to see it for years, so get it made.
Hey man, I always said this type of fights to me, to be honest, I would have preferred to watch it from when they were in. I'm not saying that they are not in their prime, but I was saying when they had the titles, because it would have been nice to see US versus UK, everyone titles, and only one winner would it be. But hey, they choose to be with a different weight.
I feel like right now for heavyweights, it's all in the UK.
Yeah, so I mean, so much I said, support to these fighters, but eventually, right now, we're gonna see Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. What's your thoughts on it? Because I mean,
Usyk, he's a great fighter, and it's a difficult fight to call, but I don't see Dubois. I just feel like Usyk will just sort of outbox him like he has everyone else in the division so far.
He's gonna be very more I would say more aware that you know, these punches can,
Yes.
because I can tell, you know, that Daniel Dubois has power.
He hurt him. Daniel Dubois hurt him in the last fight. He put him down. He hurt him, and so he will be cautious going into it.
Yeah. You pretty much, you know, right, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be one of those fights that no one wants to miss it, because I always said, you know, if you blink,
you could miss it.
you could miss the knockout, and then you come
Yes.
back, and then it's not the same. But hey, let me ask you this. Right now, there was one of the, you know, big names out there, you know, in boxing as well, and I say big names because, I mean, in the UK it's been well recognized. Chris Eubank Jr. versus the monster Conor Benn, monster versus monster,
Yes.
or the bad guy versus the bad guy. What's your thoughts on it first, you know, on both fighters? I mean, eventually the fight happened, you know, how do you...
Look, it was a great fight. I was there. The atmosphere was unbelievable. Just Eubank, I think, was just on the night, the better man won on the night, and I think the fight is happening again, so round 2, and it could be a different outcome, it could be the same outcome.
Does Conor Benn surprise you? Because to me, you know, I'll be honest, and huge shout out to Conor Benn, because I can tell that he surprised me. I thought, you know, with all due respect to Conor Benn, that he was not gonna win.
Yeah,
but
look, he was the smaller man, and he come in for a firefight, so all respect to him.
And gave him
He gave it a good fight, a very good fight.
Know, against Chris Eubank Jr. And to be honest, you know, I said Chris Eubank Jr. is gonna overpass Conor Benn, but
yeah,
it didn't went that way. I mean, of course, you know, they saw, you know, Chris Eubank Jr. as a winner, kind of uncomfortable and you know, not taking that decision as well.
Yes.
Conor Benn, that's one of the reasons I think the second fight is happening, because there's things that they gotta settle down again, you know, and the skills level of Conor Benn just proved that that no one can come, you know, easily to beat him. So I think he deserves, you know, the credit and in that.
100%.
So how you think it's gonna go now, this second fight right now?
It all depends on the rehydration clauses. There's little things involved that could depend on the outcome of the fight. Closer to the time, I feel like when there is all them clauses involved and to do with the weight, then you could call it easier. But it's a 50-50 fight. It's such a good fight.
Something like that. Yeah, and I feel like it's gonna be so interesting to see, and you know, this type of energy that both of them they're gonna bring, because man, that was, I'm sorry, but that was kind of, you know, interesting when, I don't even know, I mean, I don't know if he, Chris Eubank Jr. is, you know, knows some kind of trick in order to put, you know, X in his package or whatever, how he, you know, got away with that. So, you know, they were like using the scanners for all of that, but that was kind of, you know, a funny thing that they done that, but I don't really applaud, you know, that type of behavior, because as a man mentioned sport and gentlemen's sport, you know, they shouldn't done that.
No, they shouldn't do it, but look, it sold tickets, it sold the fight.
Yeah, you're right. So for now, this is, you know, the only thing, and I can say, like I always said, the sky is the limit. Adam, I know you were not expecting to ask this question right now. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Rolly Romero, and all these great fighters, you know, which fight would you like to see, like who against who?
Teo and Lopez. Yeah.
That should be good. How you think it will play a role that if Ryan will face Teofimo Lopez in the future?
I feel like Teo will beat him.
Wow, it's so skillful Teo, right?
Yeah.
In order that,
Teo will beat him.
how did the UK people treat Teo? Because I know he went there and then eventually.
There's some people love him, some people don't care. But there's obviously a lot of love for him in the UK.
Well, I mean, I always said, you know, and respectfully, you know, and one thing that We like to, I mean, from over here, from my behalf, I like to welcome everybody, anybody, because God knows when I'm going to see them again. But hopefully, when Theo, shows up in somewhere else, like let's say UK, Riyadh, season, and all these places where he went to Saudi Arabia, I think hopefully they show him love and everything like that. Wish nothing but the best for Theo. Any message that you would like to say to fight fans and everyone that will tune in your fights?
All fight fans, tune in and expect a great fight and expect a great knockout.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. ATANG Maca with us from the MSG, close to MSG, New York City. And I'm just thinking already, that the fight is already soon. So, but I mean, it is tomorrow. Thank you, ATANG Maca. Wish you nothing but the best, brother.